I am about 105 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I am still not done with it. That plus Final Fantasy XIV's 6.2 patch have been keeping me pretty busy as far as gaming goes. Gamescom was this past week, and there was a lot of stuff. Even after paring my list down, there's still too much. I'm going to need more hours in the day to play all this stuff. Anyway, every week I make a video highlighting any game news that interests me because although Nico and I play a lot of games, he tends to be pretty oblivious to news about them, while I'm pretty obsessed with it. So here's everything I think Nico should know about in game news the week of August 28th, 2022. Dead Island 2 finally has a release date, along with 2 new trailers, one cinematic and another focusing on gameplay. Dead Island 2 was first announced in 2014, and I'll be honest and say that I kinda totally forgot about it. Nico and I have a great time playing co-op over-the-top shooters, so this looks like it will be right up our alley when it releases on February 3rd, 2023 on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check out the full trailers at the links in the description below. There's a new game set in the Dune universe called Dune Awakening, coming from Funcom. I had a big crush on Paul Atreides when the original movie came out back in 1984. I also thought the setting was pretty cool. The game is an open-world survival MMO, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. It's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. There's no release date yet, but I'll be definitely keeping my eye on this one. There's a new trailer for Lies of P, the Souls-like game inspired by the story of Pinocchio, showcasing gameplay. It's very Bloodborne-esque, and I love the steampunk aesthetic. It's releasing sometime next year on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check out the full trailer at the link in the description below. There's a new action RPG from Deck 13 Interactive called Atlas Fallen. Coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime in 2023, it will feature a story campaign that can be tackled either solo or co-op. I really enjoy co-op action RPGs, so let's hope that this one isn't a live service disaster like Babylon's Fall. You can check out the full trailer at the link in the description below. There's a new game coming called Wyrdsong from Something Wicked Games, a new AAA studio with veteran developers from Bethesda, Obsidian Entertainment, and BioWare. They released a teaser trailer, so we don't know much about it besides their description of it being an occult historical fantasy RPG. There's no release window or anything. I can say though, the trailer has some very cool audio design if you're into that kind of thing. I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this one since I love all the games they mention in the very beginning of the trailer. There's a new trailer for Mundfish's Atomic Heart, a first-person shooter that gives me some pretty big BioShock mixed with Fallout vibes. It's releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in late 2022. That combat looks very fun, and I love the Russian pop music they use in the background. You should definitely check out the full trailer linked below. Brace Yourself Games revealed Rift of the Necrodancer, a standalone rhythm game spin-off of Crypt of the Necrodancer. There's no release date yet, but you can see more info on the game's Steam page. It will feature Rift mode, minigame mode, and boss battles mode. Looks fun! I absolutely love the Suikoden games, especially the first 2. Spiritual successor Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes has a new trailer and it looks fantastic. Unlike Square Enix and its Final Fantasy franchise, it looks like Rabbit and Bear Studios and 505 Games are sticking to the series' roots and not deviating too much from what fans of these games expect. The game is releasing sometime in 2023 and the trailer says to expect more info at the Tokyo Game Show later this year. I can't wait. Everstone Games released a trailer for their new open-world RPG, Where Winds Meet, which reminds me a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. The game takes place during the Ten Kingdoms era of medieval China, and it looks absolutely stunning. There's no release date yet, but I'm looking forward to playing this whenever it releases on PC. Check out the full trailer at the link in the description below. And finally, there's a double Kickstarter from JRPG veterans Matsuzo Machida and Akifumi Kaneko, the directors behind Wild Arms and Shadow Hearts. The 2 games are Armed Fantasia, a western punk fantasy that looks a lot like Wild Arms, and Penny Blood, a gothic horror game that vaguely reminds me of Parasite Eve, but with more magic. My first PS1 JRPG was Wild Arms, and it's still in my top 10 games of all time. Check out both trailers in the description below. And that's it for game news this week. That was a lot. I highly recommend Googling Gamescom 2022 announcements or something, since I barely scratched the surface and only talked about a fraction of the stuff that interested me. We just added a channel to our Discord where we share cool trailers, so come check them out. And join me again next week for more news and adventure. Until then, play lots of games and have an awesome week.